Hi. Today I'm just gonna talk about what I learned today. Um, I'm trying to implement my own design system for the startup because I'm trying to make a business. I'm trying to start a business for the web service, and I really think that making a design system we're gonna make our product making faster. So I'm trying to make it. So yesterday I just talked about like those kind of techniques or libraries that I used for this. But basically, I'm just gonna specify the data. Here you can see the data here because like if you look at the design system, all of things about tokens. Like you just have to specify with the like everything with the tokens, even the colors. The most big three is colors and typography and iconography, and and of course I define it. If you look at here, I define as a YML because it is read friendly. So I just use YML to to specify it. And after that, I made a script that convert into JSON. And after to convert into JSON, this is a JSON file. So after converting JSON, I use the a style dictionary library that converts into some kind of interface that can Android or iOS or web service can use it. So, but we are not trying to make the design system for the Android or so, but we just focus on the web service. So I just made the script that makes the um, um, makes the CSS file using this JSON via star dictionary. So if you look at here, this is the output of it. It's bunch of variables. It's variables or the value of it, and after that, I use the general web token JS to convert into CSS also. The reason I specify the CSS because I wanna there's a something through as the binary extract CSS, which is it just defining it just styling uh, your your HTML but with the type safe. So that is really type safe, so you can just define it right here. So you can utilize it even safely. So but the thing is that I'm trying to implement this kind of thing, but the more interesting I learned was um, actually this data is basically from the almost from the Radix UI, the Radix UI colors or themes tokens, and the reason I use utilize Radix UI because um, uh, the Shashian UI, which is really very big library, really popular and really good. I like UI library. It used Redis UI, and I really thought that I had to make those kind of tokens to build a Shashian UI, but actually it was not. That was a really fascinating part because if you look at how Shashian works, they just use the primitives of the Redis UI. So what do you mean primitives? It's just the bunch of code but with no style. It's just the business logic with some kind of UI, but there is no style of it. So they didn't use the Radix theme or Radix colors. They used the Shadowshian used their own like design system to it. Not kind of design system. It's really lightweight. The design system is. So if you look at here, you can look if you look at the button. I'm trying to implement this. So so what does um, the the Shashian do is they first of all they set a rule for the variables. So these variables they are is really primarily used in the Shashian, like this primary foreground color, those kind of thing is primarily gonna be used. And if you after specifying these kind of variables, and Shashian also map this into their own design system, which is like this, into variants. So, example, if your button variants, if there's a button, there's a default variants and destructive and outline, those kind of thing, and they put these variables inside the background of it. And the thing is that the really what I confused about the first time. So if you look at wait, not this. I cannot open Chrome right now. So basically, um, I'm just gonna copy paste here. Hold on. Tailwind CSS. This part. And let's see the example of how to define buttons manually. Yes, this is perfect. Hold on. Oh, never mind. So, if you're trying to make Xiaoxian in some kind of Next.js or Vite, you have to specify this Tailwind CSS config. So, example, you have to define theme, colors, the border, input, the background. Oh, that is what we just discussed in here, in this part. But the big thing, what I really confused about, when you look at the how like real Xiaoxian components looks like, they define us this. Like example, default has BG primary, text primary foreground, and hover BG primary, those kind of thing. And that is really unexpected because there's no such a BG primary in this configs. So I really confused how to deal with this, but I found out that Tailwind it's just the interface between Tailwind CSS with the Xiaoxian. So which means that if you specify some kind of your theme in the Tailwind CSS, Tailwind CSS is gonna map into some kind of interface that can understand, because Tailwind CSS is just a bunch of just the CSS file, but with a bunch of utils like flags, those kind of things. They already define their own, and they remap into their own Tailwind CSS, the style and the style config we just put, and they mix it with some kind of interface, and it just come out of the BG primary and text primary foreground, and actually that is really unnecessary for me because I just found out that this BG primary is just the utilization, it's just the using of the primary default color, but with some kind of fancy name, background, or with the concept name, the background. Is this for the background? Okay, this is for the background. What's the color of it? I'm just gonna use it, this primary default color, but I'm just gonna specify as a BG primary rather than color primary default. So there's this kind of thing. So what I'm trying to do is putting already. So I'm using binary extract, so that is really good for the type safe. So I'm making button variants and specifying this kind of thing rather than relying on the variables in here. And the reason why I think this is kind of good is because it reads I believe this reads your CSS file. What do you mean it reads your CSS file? Because the most of old design system is they just put this kind of variables into like this, and they use it with no type safe. So that is actually, it doesn't mean really bad, but the thing is that you really have to you have to know about some kind of this variable, and you have to specify all this kind of thing. You have to know about your variables with the CSS, with the XCSS, and that is really hard to make it because that is kind of lowering your developer experience. But the thing is that I'm utilizing the binary extract to increase this developer experience and make the design system faster because it is type safe, and I know what variable I have to make. And also, the thing is that the binary extract there's kind of learning curve with it. There's learning curve. It has kind of strong interface. Even the specifying some kind of variants is really hard, and so if you look at like even this kind of thing is not gonna work. So you have to think like mapping into some kind of way rather than making it simple like this. So even like selector inside this variant is not gonna be work. So that's really kind of hard things. Not hard thing. It was like confused thing while learning about Banyan Extra because I just learned Banyan Extra yesterday. So I think this is it. And if I know this is kind of really big software, big system, but I think this is the key of it. Making a software faster is really key of it, and because making something is really important. And thanks to design system and Figma, those kind of evolution of UI UX tools, I can make it really fast. So this is it. I have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.